No, but one thing on a serious note, bro,
Yeah.
there is something that I get a lot of questions about, Wes, and let's try to break it down, right?
Yeah.
People be like, what? Like, tell me,
Cream Team.
why that? Why Cream Team, right?
Yeah.
Let's kind of break it down. I think there is a little bit of confusion on that. Like, what does Cream Team mean to you, Wes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's educate them.
You want the like PC version or what?
Keep it real, bro. Whatever it means to you, you know what I mean? I think we have a similar, let's give them some context where, like, Cream Team, like, the moniker that came from, like, you know,
Yeah.
play
Oh,
off of that.
let me pass it to you first, and I'll fill in the gaps as I see it, or I'll do exactly my take.
Okay.
Regardless, yeah. So why don't you go first?
All right, so Cream Team originally came from, like, there was a documentary on Netflix, right? And everyone knows about the legendary USA team called the Dream Team, right? Where they had Magic, Bird, MJ, and etc. Right?
Stockton.
Yep, exactly right. And they were, like, obviously the Dream Team. They were great. And then the next fucking USA Olympics, they had LeBron. They had star players like LeBron, Wade, Carmelo, but they were freshmen. They were fresh legs, brand new into the league. And this was the first time in, like, USA history where we're bringing home, like, bronze, right? Like, we didn't get the gold. And, you know, basketball is obviously an American sport. But the talent on that team were actually, like, now we know, like, flash forward, like, fucking 30 years later, these are fucking legendary players, right?
Yeah.
But at that moment, they were called the Cream Team because they continued to lose, right? And that's essentially what this is. This is the story of the underdogs. You know what I mean? Understanding, like, you know, like, right now we are not where we want to be, but it's always striving to become the dream team with absolute faith that we are, and that we you know, we have those skill sets, and we have that, right? And also, just like, you know, Cream Team, also the playoff, the Wu-Tang, like the hip hop influence, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything put together is, like, you know, every race you put together is the complexion of cream. And even the guests in the conversations we have, like, every podcast that you see, it's always about someone who's already at the top, a celebrity, a pro athlete, an exceptional, you know what I mean? Which obviously makes sense. There's a lot of interesting conversations from interesting people, right? But what about, like, the majority of people, right? Like, having conversations about everyday struggles, everyday growth, right? And that's the vision for me personally about what Cream Team is. Like, everyone that's on this platform that's viewing is like, we're nowhere, is like, we're not where we want to be, but we're going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is this is the grind, and this is the growth. This is, like, the prosperity of, you know, the Cream Team one day to become the Dream Team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think that was very succinct. I'm a little bit more tipsy than you, but yeah, you got me fired up, bro.
Yeah, right.
That was good. I mean, we are the seventh round pick, or, like, the undrafted free agent, like,
Exactly.
in every sense of the word. We've always had a chip on our shoulder. You know, I think we've always been the underdogs.
Right. As Asians, we were always the underdogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now Asians are kind of getting to that next level where people don't view us as that. And, like, in a lot of ways, like, there is a lot of advantages to being Asians. There are a ton, you know, and, like, we're not the wokest, we're not the smartest, we're not, you know, like, just me in general, like, we're just trying our best, man.
Yeah.
And we want to do our best. And
Yeah. And you know, really understand that we have greatness within, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Cream Team, once they got Kobe, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, who knew D-Wade, Carmelo, like LeBron were going to be straight goats? You know what I mean? At that time, people were calling them, they were clowning them. Like, this USA team sucks. Bringing home bronze, what is that shit? You know what I mean? But, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like understanding, like, you know what I mean? Being the story of the underdogs. You know what I mean? I'm always pro underdog. You know what I mean? Everyone likes to, you know, it's never
that's
really
an American thing, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It is an American thing. And we Korean American, or we Asian American.
Yeah. And
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people, like, will say that, like, we're too old to do this. Like, why would you do this in your 29-year-old, 30-year-old age? Like, you know, we aren't the youngest to do this. We aren't the most innovative. And, like, we're just doing it, and we're going to show up at 10 p.m. It's midnight now. I cut my finger. I need stitches. I'm still going to show up and do this. Like,
Right.
I've never been the smartest guy in the room. And a lot of people will clown you for that. And, like, but if you have confidence, there is, like, you know, there's someone that I follow that's like, everyone has Michael Jordan of something, you know?
Yeah. Everyone has a value to provide. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And where is this narrative? Like, I would argue the majority of the world is where we are at.
Yeah.
Rather that be in our careers, just mentally, in our relationships. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't by no means the end product or the polished, like, you know, we're the diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? But there's a narrative and there's a voice that belongs to that, though. That needs to be heard.
Yeah.
Right? Why? We should, like, you know, the door's open for anyone from any journey, from any path. You know?
I always felt like there wasn't people that, like, look like me. Like, you know, there's a specific type of Asian that I felt like was just, like, had the follow through to do this. And it was like what I describe as, like, a UC Berkeley, UC Irvine Asian. And I always just felt like those are the type of people that are getting this done, and we're not the type. And I wanted to showcase more of what we are. So I think you know, I hope anybody who feels like they resonate with us, you could do it yourself. You can probably be bigger than us. Just do your shit, man. But
100%.
just to wrap it up.
Squash shit.
Let's go.
Peace.